You want more retro games? Then get your butt in the kitchen. Let's start off with some salsa. Oh yeah.
Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no super chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them, collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, we're making salsa. Why? Well, it's because I love to get in the kitchen and cook. Especially nowadays where you can't go out, and do a bunch of stuff. I like cooking around the house, entertaining. It's really great when somebody says, hey, can you make that sauce you make all the time, or that salsa, or whatever you're making, right? It's one of the few pleasures in life you can have nowadays, right, with all the lockdowns and stuff. So I wanted to share with you a very simple salsa that you can make at home, right, that is going to expand your kitchen skills by a lot. Let me tell you, you can do a lot of things with this salsa, but first let's make it. And let me show you how easy it is to prepare a classic, simple salsa that you can have around the house all year long. Let's check it out. All right, guys, let me show you how simple this is going to be. Shout out to Panda. Panda sub. Look, this is easy, man. Easy. Check it out. All we need is green tomatoes, tomatillos we call them in Spanish. And it's basically just a green tomato with leaves over it, right? 1 clove of garlic, or none at all, it depends on your taste. This is dry chili, which is called chile de árbol in Spanish. You can find it at any Mexican, store, small store, supermarket, bodega, whatever you guys have out there in your country. And salt. That's it. That's all it's going to take to make this salsa. Let's get started. All right, so once you peel them, you wash them thoroughly, okay, and you put them in a small pot. This is just a small pot here. You can see how many I have, just enough to cover the bottom, okay? We're gonna put this on low heat and we're gonna steam these bad boys. All right, guys, so here they are. They should have been turning this color now. It's a lot darker. If you're not sure, you put it at number 2, right? At number 2 for 10 minutes. Stir, turn them around if there's some green parts left, and then leave it for another 5 minutes or so, and everything should be the same color. It's more of a army green that you're going to see on these. And now they're ready to put into the blender. Now this is the part you have to be careful with. For these particular chilies, I'm putting approximately like 1 for every 2 tomatoes, because I want to make it not so spicy, number 1. Number 2 is that when you toast these, and that's what we're going to do, we're going to lightly toast them here in a pan. And you want to do both sides. You don't want them black. If they turn black on you, you over toasted them, right? You want them lightly toasted on both sides, and we're going to put in the blender afterwards. Now you may want to open a window when you do this, because this has some kick, right? And I'm making a little bit lighter so you can use at home, and you can add more afterwards. You can blend more in. But for right now, I'm going to start with this. I love spices. I love hot food. The Asian princess not so much. So I go light on it, and then I'll make some, for myself later. Some hotter stuff. But when I'm serving, if you have a guest over, you don't want to overdo it. You want it spicy, but not too much. At the end of the day, let's say you make it too spicy, you just add more green tomatoes. If it's not spicy enough, of course you add more peppers. But that's basically what you do. Now let's lightly toast them, and we'll go to the next step. Now while we wait for the chilies, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt here. And you can add more afterwards, after we're done, but I like to put some in here while we blend it, and then after it's blended, you can taste it, and you can add more salt and mix it up if you want. Now one way you can tell when to turn them is by the smell. You'll feel that aroma, and all you do is turn them, then you can turn your heat off and let the other side just toast with the heat that's left over. It's that easy, and you can look at a little bit of difference of the color. You can see a little bit of darkness in the middle, but it's still red. That's how you want them. and you could just pretty much leave it here now. Now, if you want to add the garlic, now's the perfect time to put it on. You know, it just needs to be a little warm. You can toast it if you want. That's up to you. My recommendation is to make it the first time without the garlic, see how it tastes, and then you can add garlic to taste afterwards. Okay, now we got everything in there. All we got to do is blend. Oh yeah. Now you can blend it fine. I like to do it where you can actually see the pieces of chili in there. That's my own preference, but you know, if you want to blend it more than that, it's up to you. Sour cream, melted cheese, some tomato. You can add other fixings, but you're gonna have homemade nachos with your own salsa. How much are you gonna save now? Way more than $60 if you love nachos, for sure. Guys, let me tell you, cooking delicious dishes at home really actually does improve your video game collecting, believe it or not, because it helps increase your budget. I can tell you that before I started cooking, right, I was spending up to $200 to $250 more on food every month, every single month. And what I did is I turned all that money, most of it, right, into things that I wanted to invest in, and I put a portion towards video game collecting. You know, most of them, I put in the stock market, of course, because you know what I do. But yeah, I mean, it was a great improvement, and I was surprised because it wasn't only the fact that I was saving money, the fact that I was able to make dishes. You know, for example, like today, you know, watching the football game with the guys, having the nachos, having the salsa, preparing all this stuff where usually I would just go out to the market and buy everything pre-made. You know, it cost me 3 times as much. It was just nuts, right? And not only that, it improved my social life as well. You know, people that you care about, when you cook for them and you cook good food, they're really, really impressed, and they appreciate that you made the effort. Hey, I'm telling you, for the dating life, it's amazing, right? When you're willing to cook for somebody, it really shows that you do appreciate them, right? And overall, it made everything better. It really, really did. And I'm not kidding you. If you want to improve your video game collection, you're investing, this is a great way to go. Once you start adding the numbers, you will be surprised how much money you waste on items like salsa and things like that, because with this, you know, not only can you make nachos, you can add it to other foods. You can add it to eggs, you can add it to tacos, meats, chicken, all kinds of things. There is no limit to what you can use salsas for. As much as I love salsas, and I know a lot of people do. But yeah, it was a great way to go. I'm not kidding you guys. If you start making your own food, your video game collecting will improve. 100% guaranteed. See how easy that was? Some chips, some cheese, a few ingredients, and there you go. You got nachos. Now you're not only saving on salsa, but you're saving on nachos. And you can add the salsa to eggs, tacos, a lot of dishes. It's going to be a hit, I promise you. And with the money you save, you can buy more of these. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every weekend and whenever I feel like it. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Ring that bell.